my name is Lawrence, and I'm today's host for Table Topic. Well, somebody thinks this section is really challenging because you only have probably several seconds to count up your answer. And then the answer had to be at least 1 minute. So before we get into this section, I think it will be nice to share some technique to answer Table Topic's question. Here's are the techniques you can use. The first one called tell a story. The second one called cut in half. The third one called twist. The first one called tell a story. You can tell a personal story. The story can be your personal experiments, can be a story you hear from your friends or your family. So for example, what characteristic that you think is the most important a leader should have? Instead of answer the question directly, you can tell a story. Something like, imagine that you are building a railway across a mountain, and there are several routes you can choose. Different routes has different pros and cons, and there doesn't exist the best routes. But you have to persuade your colleagues or your employee. The route you choose is the most important one. So I think this is the most important characteristic for being a successful leader is that you need to have the ability to persuade people. So you can answer the table topics question like this. The second one is called cut in half. You first tell about the advantage of the probably something, and then you talk about the disadvantage. It's like you are having a debate for yourself. For example, do you support or against death penalty? You can say, well, in the good side, on the bright side, well, I think death penalty can be a good deterrent for people, like for people who commit a crime. And on the other side, I think death penalty kind of against the Constitution because law doesn't give you the power to kill another people. So you can cut in half. First tell the advantage and then tell the disadvantage, and then make a conclusion. The last one is the most interesting one, and I think this one is really hard. For example, what do you think about the most? There is something or someone that I think about constantly. Whenever I close my eye, I can smell the sweet smell coming from her. Her temperature, so warm. It melts my heart. How could I get you off my mind? I'm talking about cappuccino. Well, I'm telling a story, but the ending is totally different. Like, people couldn't guess the ending. Twist means 扭转. So your last ending will make your audience a really good impression. They will say, wow, that's really good. So I guess it's time to put these techniques. Well, the first one is tell a story. Tell a personal story or a story from your friend. And the second one is cut in half. Try to have a little debate here. And the third one is twist it. So I guess we can use this technique into application. So whoever gets across, please come to the front. Okay, I will start here. Okay, you just get make it quick. My bad. Okay. This is the third question. So who got across? Please come to the front. So the first question will be, how do you think about being a vampire? You can use the technique like cutting half. Like being a vampire, the good thing is you have eternal life, right? And the bad thing may be you will never find the love of your life because they will die. And you can tell a story, maybe your love story.
Love story is vampire?
It doesn't matter, you can say it.
Why do you let the real vampire to answer questions? Okay, fine. Being a vampire, I think there was something about a vampire from a novel, a famous novel called Twilight City. Don't know the name, never mind. I think maybe you know it. And I think it's talking about that vampire will never die. But as their body are cut to whole piece, they will die. But most of them can live a really long time and travel a lot around the world and live for a century to experience different cultures and different century of life of the world and look what the world developed and how the world going. I think that's a good thing. I would like to be a vampire. vampire because I can have so many experiments and time to stay with some people that I would never imagine. Oh, they are totally different from my culture.
Well, you always seem positive. I thought the other people want to be a vampire. Well, so again, pick. So who got the cross? No one? Really? Oh, you. Please come Thank you. Come on. So the second question will be, you were cursed to be a monster. What kind of monster you want? Well, you can be like Frankenstein or then talk to the audience. Not me, to the audience.
The monster is very cute she is very tall. You look me, I'm very short, and I want to tolerate you, everyone, and I can see more view than now. And you look she smile as everything, and if you are bad mood, you can punch me. Maybe I didn't feel any hurt. Okay, this is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you are lucky to be a girl because you can just wear high heels and you don't have to be a monster. So please. Okay, I will pick it for you. That will be quicker. So who got the cross? Please come to the cross. Too bad, I guess you already see the third one. If you could do time travel, what would you change in the past?
One. Oh, in my grade, and when I was a freshman, and I hurt my leg when I play volleyball, and because I don't do a lot of warm on my body before the game, and they cause me now can do a lot of sport. That's hard for me.
Well, at least now you know you need to do warm up before you do have the exercise, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you. I will pick a sheet for you. That will be faster. Welcome. Oh, you are the new guest. Yeah, I love the newcomer. Come on. So the fourth one will be, tell me a story from this picture. You can make out any story you want. Try to create a story. Okay. Okay, fine.
It's a magical fruit, and they want to get something from this fruit. And I think they are bad guys, and he just feel this shy. So he wish he can be like he want to everyone look at him. So I think he wish he said something. He talk this fruit something he want to be like. I don't know. He just want to everyone look at him, and he want to.
She.
Okay, I don't know. And she want to she want to get very very young and never she wants be old and yeah she wants and the last one he just want to get a wife. I don't know. It's too hard for me.
Don't worry, you did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So please get a seat. So who got across? No one? Please come to the front. Congratulations. So the question will be, describe yourself in your 30s. I guess this is a easy one.
My major, I'm Kelly Young, and my major is international business. I like to sleep and eat chocolate. And
No, the question is describe yourself in your 30s, which means like after 10 years, who will you become? You may be a CFO or something like that.
I think I will become a normal person.
Like how normal, like what's your hobby? Like oh, if you have kids in your 30s, where you have like
It's over 30 seconds.
okay, thank you.
Oh my god.
So I guess you can come to the front. So the next question will be, share one of the funny experiments you have in Halloween. If you don't have one, you can talk about your ideal Halloween party. Okay, sure. Share one of the funny experiments you have in the Halloween. Or talk about your ideal Halloween party.
In my elementary school, we have a Halloween party, and the party was scary because the school, they want to let us know how American people, they celebrate Halloween and how they scared of those things and something is different from us. So they planned a playground and with many stands, and every stand there have a black box. Box which means you can see what is it inside. So you got a credit card and you have to go through every box. Then when you go to the first box, you have to reach in the box and feel what is it inside. And if you are not correct answer, you will be get into the underground and have something terrible. But so that was my very expressive Halloween party because when I first touched in the black box, I don't know what is it. So I asked teacher, I don't know inside, can you tell me? Maybe animal or insect or braid. Then the teacher just said, maybe you can go to another one. Then I go to another black box and I breathe in it and I feel that it's very sleepy and I guess that is fish because we will jump and the skin is very quite scary. Then I just go out and tell the teacher, and say, yes, you are the correct answer. So I can go out and eat pumpkin cake and have fun. And that's my impressive Halloween party.
know what? We should have that again next year, and I would love to be the audience, not the participants. Since we don't have time, so we will have one more. So whoever got across, please come to the front. So the last one will be describe your first crush.
Why every time you answer this question?
Oh, you answer that, so do you want to change question? Okay. Tell a story how a girl become a witch. Okay, the last one. You can describe your first crush. Or you want to answer this one, you can choose. It depends on what.
Fans, you know, your fans want to listen to your crush.
My first crush. Okay, my answer.
Okay.
First crush. First, I want to ask you guys a question. What is crush? 是初恋吗？
You're in a, like a,
Like you feel
fall
in
in
love
love
with
in
the
the
girl.
first sight, like you see someone.
Okay. It was in I'm a high school student. Sean, don't laugh. Okay, he's my high school classmate. Okay. And there's a girl. She lives in Danshui, and she's as taller than me, and she wants to become a nurse, and she's very kind. She's good at people. She like to share her mind with me. Sometimes she feels sad, and she will come to me and say something to me, and I use my first crush. Yeah, a beautiful girl. Right now she study in Majie. Okay. Did you success? No. Happy Halloween! Yeah.
Well, I guess this is the ending of this section. Remember that if you want to be a master from this section, you need to practice. It's simple math. If you practice like one question per day, then you can answer maybe more than 1,000 questions for 4 years. So Toastmaster of the evening.